This is the Aiper Scuba X1 Pro Max, one of the most advanced pool cleaners on the market. It's sleek, it's powerful, and it's expensive. At this price, buyers expect perfection. But the question is, does it really deliver? Hi, I'm Kevin with Clearwater Chronicles. If you're new here, welcome. We cover everything pool care with honest reviews and real-world testing. Today, we're looking at the Aiper Scuba X1 Pro Max, a robotic pool cleaner that promises smart mapping, powerful suction, dual filtration, and even surface skimming. I'll rate it across 5 categories: battery life, cleaning ability, suction power, navigation, and warranty. But instead of just reading the spec sheet, I'll show you what it's actually like to use. And if you're considering buying one of these for yourself, you're gonna wanna stick around for the whole video because there's a couple things you're probably gonna wanna know about it before you make that purchase. The first of those things is the weight. I put this thing on my shipping scale and it came in at 33 pounds dry. That's without accessories, without any kind of water or debris in it at all. Once it's wet and full of debris, it feels more like 50 when you pull it out of the pool. And that's important to know because if you're smaller or elderly or just have trouble lifting, it's not the easiest unit to pull out of the pool. That massive weight and size doesn't just affect how hard it is to get in and out of the pool. Stick around to the end of the video and I'll show you how it affects performance as well. The X1 uses smart mapping and an adaptive cleaning path to cover your pool efficiently. It climbs walls, scrubs water lines, and even skims the water's surface. The suction power is rated at 8,500 gallons per hour, and honestly, with a robot this heavy, it probably needs every bit of that to grip walls and climb effectively. The dual stage filtration is also very good. It does a great job at capturing large debris, but also does a good job with finer particles like dust, algae, and sand. Now let's talk about cleaning performance. The Scuba X1 Pro Max does a really good job on the pool floors, walls, and waterline, but there are trade-offs. Because this unit is so large and heavy, it sometimes struggles to get onto pool stairs, and when it does make it onto a step, it sits a little higher in the water because it's also a taller unit, and it often sends itself back down into deeper areas. The waterline also seems a little compromised. It gets up there, but it just doesn't stay on the waterline as long as you'd expect a robot at this price point to stay there. My guess is the extra weight of the unit makes it harder for it to maintain steady contact near the surface. Overall, the cleaning is really good, but I gotta be honest, it's not quite as polished as some premium models that I've tested that don't try to do everything in one machine. And that's a trade-off. You're getting an all-in-one unit, but the performance in certain areas isn't the absolute best. In fact, I've had better results just running a dedicated premium floor and wall cleaner alongside a dedicated premium solar surface skimmer. Now that setup can cost you more or less depending on which unit you choose. Performance-wise, I got much better results doing that, and it's much easier to pull the 2 lighter units out of the pool. And to be fair, the skimmer unit, being solar assisted, doesn't really need to come out of the pool and get charged very often. Once you separate those skimming duties, the separate unit really makes sense for a lot of people. One area where the X1 Pro Max shines is navigation. The mapping system works really well, and that adaptive pathing means it doesn't just wander around randomly. It covers the pool with a purpose, and I didn't see it waste much time or overlap too often. No matter what size your pool is, that's going to help it to conserve battery life and be as effective and efficient as it possibly can be. As far as battery life, the company advertises 12 hours in skimming mode and up to 5 hours in floor mode, but in the real world, people usually don't use these pool cleaners like that. Most often, you're gonna do the all-in-one mode, which is the hero mode, and that's what I've got it in now. Now, I will say, even in hero mode, it's given me more than 3 hours. In fact, right now it's at more than 3 hours and it's still running. So overall, I wouldn't call the battery life groundbreaking at this price level, but it's actually pretty good and you shouldn't have any trouble getting a full clean out of one charge. Now let's cover something that doesn't always get enough attention: the warranty. Aiper advertises 3 years of product support, but if you really read the fine print,
It's not a full 3-year replacement warranty like you get with some competitors. It's exactly what it says it is, 36 months of product support, with the battery and motor being covered for 3 years. That means you may get repairs, parts, or prorated solutions instead of a straightforward replacement. I've personally had an experience with another Aiper product where the warranty felt more like a prorated car tire replacement than it did a true guarantee. For a machine at this price point, that's disappointing, and I think buyers deserve more clarity on what's actually covered. Saying a product has 3 years of product support is not inaccurate, but it is a clever way to say that not everything's covered in that 3 years.
All right, so let's get to the scores. I rate every pool cleaner across 5 categories, and the Aiper Scuba 1 Pro Max stacked up like this. For battery life, I give it an 8.5. For cleaning ability, I gave it another 8.5. For suction power, it got a 9.0. For navigation, it got a 9.5. And for warranty, it got a 7.5. That gives the X1 Pro Max a total score of 8.6 out of 10. So here's my final verdict. If you want an all-in-one machine that handles floors, walls, waterline, and even surface skimming, the X1 Pro Max is probably one of the best all-in-one options out there. But the size, weight, and warranty terms may leave some buyers second-guessing themselves. In my experience, pairing a strong cleaner with a separate skimmer still leads to better results. If you're considering the Scuba X1 Pro Max, weigh the convenience of an all-in-one machine against the trade-offs. It's a gorgeous, well-built machine with powerful suction and wonderful navigation. But perfection? Not quite. Thanks for watching Clearwater Chronicles. If you found this review helpful, then hit that like button and subscribe for more pool care reviews and tips. Got questions about this cleaner or want to see how it stacks up against others? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you.
I linked the Scuba X1 Pro Max down in the description. That's an affiliate link and it helps the channel at no extra cost to you. I really appreciate it when you use those. Also, I did link a couple of standalone units, 1 cleaner and 1 skimmer, just in case you decide to go that route instead. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.